ever considered fostering a child? Have you had a conversation about that? It is a big but also really important commitment. We wanted to know what it takes to be a foster parent, so we asked Nikki and Fiona Clark to tell us about it. They were joined by Natalie Merriman from Fairways, which is a children's service charity in the south of England. And to start, I asked Nikki and Fiona what brought them to fostering.
We tried to get pregnant but quite late, didn't we? So that didn't happen. And we talked about adoption, but I think for us, realistically, we like the sound of the support and the training you're going to get as a foster carer. And we were recommended Fairways in particular, rather than going with a local authority fostering team. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and that's been the case, hasn't it? I mean, because realistically, most foster children are going to have, some issues, bless them, that they're going to have you help to work through. To
take that on, so you have to be in the right place to take those, whatever those issues are that come along with your foster child.
Well, exactly. And, you have such different ideas about parenting, for example, and, largely due to the parenting you received as a child, that, that did cause a few clashes, didn't it?
So hang on, Nikki, you are the what parent?
I'm kind of, on the surface, I'm very kind of liberal, easygoing and, free and easy. But actually, underneath, I'm the one that means, she knows now, our foster daughter knows now that Fee's a pushover. Whereas at the beginning...
Are you the pushover,
I'm a total pushover.
So she comes to you first. Mm-hmm. To ask things.
Yeah. Well,
or maybe
Nikki's in charge of food and most other things.
And I'm the entertainments coordinator. I organise stuff.
Are you fun times, Nikki?
Yeah, but no, in a way, you're the fun one, because I'm more
you
about,
do the
I do the
organisation.
structure, don't I? Yeah. That's funny. We're an amazing team at the end of the day. So.
Because you do have your own upbringings and you don't realise the impact of those upbringings and our own relationship. And then you get this little person and you think, well, I mean, which one of us is right? Well, you're going to take little bits from yourself and your own upbringings. So you're both right and you just have to learn.
Yeah, well, that's compromise, I think, isn't it? With any parenting, be it fostering parenting, blended families, whatever it is.
And it's just learning to work as a team. And that's the one thing we've proven over 30 years. We are a good team, aren't we?
The best.
Did you have to overcome any hurdles?
Yeah. Well, we went in knowing that we wanted to look after a child. That was it. And to give them a good life. But going into it and the application process is long and it's very in-depth.
What do you mean by long?
A year, isn't it? A year?
And what's happening over that year?
10 sessions, isn't it? Yeah.
Did it just feel like a year?
But these 10 sessions, you go through,
you put through your paces.
Everything
you're
deeply,
tested, you're challenged.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You've got to look at yourself, examine yourself and your values, I guess.
Yeah.
Your values,
and that didn't put you off. So then you went to panel.
There's like 8 professionals, various like social workers.
8? Yeah, a panel of 8
workers.
People.
You know what?
Scrutinising you.
Yeah. But you know what I found more stressful was Fairways did a children's panel. So, and I felt more under pressure with that, I think.
You got scrutinised by children?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. So
that felt more real and more kind of like, I felt more under pressure with that one, I think.
And then how do you get put together with your foster child? What's that process?
That was quite well matched, I think, by Fairways. I guess Fairways think, right, this is Nikki and Fiona. They looked at our skills, our general outlook on life, I guess, our setup. So we live in the forest, so we've got the ponies, dogs.
Idyllic.
It is really.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah. And
so
then
it
you get
was a very good match. So Fairways, we produced a This Is Us, photos of ourselves, photos of all the animals, photos of the house, and describing ourselves. And we got a basic outline of our foster daughter's life and history and stuff, didn't we? And then it's very well done. You have like an initial meeting with it in the park, for a little play and stuff, little chat. And then she came for a little play date, didn't she, at ours? And then a couple of weeks later came for a sleepover.
And can I ask what age she is?
She's just 12, isn't she?
Okay. And what age did you first meet her?
She was 9.5.
9, yeah.
So does she get to say whether it's for her as well? How much does she listen to, I suppose?
Yeah, definitely.
They've got a voice. They have got a voice, yeah. But she was happy.
That was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's amazing. It seems longer, but it seems like yesterday. But even now, every now and then, she'll get out This Is Us, won't she, and go, this is all right.
We're at a point now where we feel like we're the perfect family. I wouldn't say that we've created this person, but I'd like to think that we're a big part of a journey. Mm-hmm. And she just seems just settled, relaxed. She's got an inner confidence now. She has a voice. Yeah, and she's able to make decisions, and and we're allowing her to make those decisions.
Mm-hmm. And then, so how long will she stay with you for?
Well, she's been long-term linked, so in theory, as long as she wants to. I mean, she asked us to adopt her a few times. We said, well, if you still want us to when you're 16, then yeah, by all means.
Oh, wow.
let's go for it.
Okay.
But I think our family and friends have been so amazing, and that's been a major aspect of how well it's gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
For us all.
What's your message to people?
Start fostering, start saving all the children. There are too many children out there needing help, support, and a life, worth living. And it's so important. Ask me 4 years ago, then I would have said, what's all that about then? But now I know what it's all about, and it's a completely different world, and it's very important.
Yeah, it's the best thing we ever did, really, isn't it?
Nikki always sounds I'm crying.
Have we got tears coming?
No, we're quite emotional.
I'm quite emotional as well.
The best thing we ever did.
Let's bring in Natalie here. Natalie Merriman is Head of Fostering and Family Services for Fairways. Wow, what an incredible example of two people just getting so much from fostering.
Just wonderful.
Yeah.
They are just a reason that we come to work. We need more people like Nikki and Fiona, and feel very blessed and lucky that they chose Fairways to foster.
Is this your best example? Give me the real in terms of fostering. There was quite a process. They talked about the process.
Yeah.
It took a long time. They had to go to this panel, 8 people scrutinising them, children scrutinising them.
Yeah.
Real hurdles to jump there. So that process, people must fall away during that process.
And I think that is one of the most daunting thoughts about becoming a foster carer, is that intrusive assessment process. But it's there for a reason. Ultimately, we have to safeguard young people and we have to get it right. So that process, we're talking about who these people are, where they live, their connections, their work, their family. How are these people going to support and benefit the life of young people? So that's why the assessment is there. Fairways do their utmost to allocate assessors that are going to really match well with the family and get to know them. There'll be tea visits, evening visits, connections with family members and things. So we try and make it as gentle as possible. And by the end of it, most applicants and carers don't want to leave their assessor because they've built that relationship together, and they will see them right through to panel. And in some cases, they may end up being their allocated supervisor and social worker and continue working with them. So it's really nice.
So how long does that process, so from the moment of the foster parents meeting the foster child, how long is that process go on for, that support with Fairways?
Yeah, so we continue support right the way through a foster carer's career. So they'll be allocated a social worker that will take care of them, basically support through training, supervision, meet with the young person, support the family, because it's about the wider foster family as well. So many of our foster carers have birth children, so we ensure that we support the whole family, basically.
Who's it for? Who's fostering for?
Who is fostering for? We get asked this a lot. Fostering is for anyone. It's so diverse. There is no set foster carer. There's no set profile for a foster carer. We need foster carers from all different backgrounds to meet the needs of all of the different young people that come into foster care.
Wow, what a great example of fostering there. That was Natalie Merriman from Fairways, a children's services charity in the south of England. And then foster parents Nikki and Fiona Clark speaking to us here on BBC Radio Solent.